The Union Experience Taste Radio on Lit Live.
What's going on, y'all? It's the Union Experience Taste on Lit Live. I'm your guy, Rel Holla.
You already know, man. It's the homie DJ Damage. We here in the building. What's up?
And we got a special guest in the building. We got my man, Jermel Howard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's
Appreciate
going on,
you.
good brother?
Oh, man. Everything, man. Everything.
You working?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Staying
what's up.
busy. That's how you do it.
How you feeling today, man? How was your day today?
Feeling good, man. I'm just coming from St. John's. Me and Malik Yoba just did a nice, like a kind of like an intervention with for entrepreneurship for the kids.
Oh, okay.
And spoke, did a nice little speech for them, and then we had a contest where we basically they pitched ideas, and the best one, we picked 3 out of like 20. And it was dope. It was some kids there. It was some kids from high school there too. So yeah.
Okay, like business ideas, like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The kid that won, the young lady that won, she was Muslim and she had the cool hijabs.
Hijab. Yeah.
So the cooling one though, like it was like it gets cool, because it's a problem.
That sound like
it was
dope.
dope.
Shark Tank.
Yeah. That
sound like a Shark Tank idea.
That was
right
tough.
there, right?
It was tough.
That might go hard in the
But how do you?
For sure.
So was it like rechargeable? Like
it's like I think there's like a patch that actually acts like a like air conditioner almost. It was like a light patch. The key probably gonna be in the technology. How light can you make it? Is it heavy? That's dope.
That's very clever because that's a whole culture. Wear and support that. So
it's like 800 million Muslims.
Yeah.
So that literally
that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And growing.
And growing.
Right.
For sure.
I definitely, I like that because like I tell people a lot of times, I want, like, everybody thinks like, oh, you want to be famous. No, I just want to get to a certain level of wealth that I could give kids in the urban community the same, resources that some of these kids in suburban communities have, right? Or some of these rich kids have, right?
Same opportunities,
Same opportunities because we don't have that. Like growing up, I had plenty of ideas.
Of course.
I just didn't have nowhere to go.
Right. They say we all scientists, man.
Right.
Especially black people. We scientists by nature, man. We inventors and scientists by nature. And we just didn't come up with the resources to be able to to create and do that. I got no lie, probably 5 or 6 of my inventions that I wrote in a book 17 years ago are out right now.
Wow.
Nice.
Literally,
Nice.
and 2, I just seen somebody do a design I seen on YouTube for a plane that actually if it's crashing, it's about to go down, it falls out and the parachutes open up and the whole bottom of the plane fall out. I designed that like 17 years ago.
Right.
So, it's not, I didn't know what to do with that. I'm just like, this is the idea,
Right.
So, and if you go back even further in the past, that we have so many inventions that we don't even know because back then they didn't let us do that. White people took it. You know what I'm saying? The slave owners, they took the ideas.
Right.
We had all kind of things, hot comb,
ironing
board, iron, all of these things we invented. A lot of those we don't even own the patent to. They didn't even own the patent to because they took it from them. So that's just in our blood.
Say like something's even as simple as the wrench, like a black man.
Yes,
the wrench.
Yeah, man. And how simple is that? But
simple,
effective.
Everybody uses wrench. Everybody got a wrench in their toolbox.
100%.
I use a wrench every day.
Yep.
So let me ask: is it that because you're an actor? Right?
Actor, writer. Yep.
Did that help fund those things? Like what you got from acting, the money you got from acting, did it? Because you said you did these ideas 17 years ago.
Yeah.
So now did those funds from acting help you finance the ideas?
Good question. Yes and no. Not fully yet. I did take one of the ideas I had, which was like a kind of like a Uber for mechanics, and I built out the app, and so that's one thing. But the things that I really got on my mind is gonna take a lot of money for it, and I'm waiting for that.
Ideas. I hear what you're saying. Don't steal them.
Nah.
Don't give them too much.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. I ain't gonna tell them the
funny.
big things.
I've never heard that before.
Because it's funny, I have a similar idea with the mechanic idea.
That's crazy.
But because of businesses that I have an idea also, which kind of is similar to what you were saying.
Gotcha.
So I want you to think I
He
stole
tried.
yours. I want you to think I stole yours. I
Just try to give a little bit without giving nothing, but we're giving a little bit.
Because I don't even want to say because, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Next one I know, it'll be an app out tomorrow.
Right.
And
Like, wait a minute, but mine's is blue though. Yours was red. Mine's is blue.
Right. You know what I hear too, the crazy part about that with the apps is that, I'm sure you learned this, is that it is easy to steal an app idea.
For sure.
Because you got to really prove, like they could change one little thing and then say it's different.
Yep. And you just got to be, if you the source of the thing, it don't matter what somebody changed, they're gonna have to come to you. So I try to make it so that like now with ideas, I try to make sure that it's centered with me being the source. Like if I'm telling somebody like I can draw you something, they can go to other people for the type of things they want to draw. But if they need my skill in what I can draw, then you only gonna you got to come to me for this because this is my style of drawing.
It's exclusive,
and they not drawing like that, or they
It's
not
like hand of spades.
There you go. Yeah,
like we got the same hand, but we ain't gonna play it the same.
They ain't gonna play it the
Exactly.
same, and there's so many artists like Da Vinci and all of these artists, they don't paint like each other.
Right.
Vincent Van Gogh,
Right.
you know a Van Gogh when you see it, it has its own style.
Right.
So when you have that thing,
Right.
then they have to come to you for it no matter what. No matter what they try to change.
That's like being a DJ. I could share my music crate with Rel, but he's not gonna play that crate like me. I do that. You're not, trust me, you're not gonna play it like me. This is what I do. But,
he's out of DJ.
No, but I definitely understand that concept.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, can we just go back just a little bit to the beginning? Like,
For sure.
How did you get started, like doing music? I'm not doing music, but you did a little bit of music.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
is it just entertainment in general or acting? Like, which came first? That bug.
The music came first, and I used the music to get into film. Well, not used it. Actually, I transitioned into film because I was actually signed to some people, and I didn't know the business, and they were taking advantage of me. And I was young, and I was just like hungry and happy to be around. I was opening up shows for all kind of people, Fat Joe and all these people. Wow. And I met a guy backstage, and he just was like, "Yo, you should get into the film thing, man. You got a good look, and you got a good character. You should try to act, And then I was on in the city one time, and I was walking past an open audition for a Burger King commercial. And I just walked in, and I was like, let me try. And then next,
But Calvin.
So you didn't have what's the word, like management? You didn't have management?
No, I didn't have none of that when I first. It was just like
freestyle.
Just freestyle. Walk right in.
Okay.
Booked it. End up getting like 30,000. I was like, wait a minute. And at that point,
this is tangible.
This
is
I
real.
said, wait, because at that point I was still like in the street. You know what I'm saying? And even though I was opening up shows, I really wasn't getting no money. Then I found out later that the guys had a deal for me and got like $250,000 for an album for me, and I didn't get none of that. Wow. You understand? So I was in the street, and I'm sitting there, I'm still, doing street stuff, and I'm like, I just got 30,000, but I said, this is it. And that's what the transition was. Yeah. And I started thinking about it as a hustle, and that's one thing that separated when I started to get good at it, is that I had to stop thinking about acting as a hustle. I was like, I got 30,000. My next thing, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm getting this, and I get 10,000 here, and it was a hustle. But when I booked Marvel Luke Cage, and I was in the trailer, and I'm listening, and I hear like, the Marvel producers and stuff, they like, is Jermel ready? And I'm like, damn, I grew up Marvel and comic book and cartoons and X-Men, So that changed my perspective from, I really wanted to do. I'm like, all right, I like that feeling, and it changed my perspective from just thinking of it as a hustle to I want to be great at this.
Yeah, right. You want to be great.
And it changed the roles after that too. Like everything just changed because I took the pressure off. I have to make this money to do. It took once that's gone, and when we not responding to needs all the time, then you could just be creative and fall in love with the craft.
Right, exactly. Because you was in some good All Eyes on Me, the song Peppa bio.
Yes.
They played Treach, right?
Yep. All Eyes on Me was Mo
How was
Cream.
that to play Treach?
It was dope, man. It was super dope because that was one of my favorite rappers. Right?
That's
like,
the man.
Yo, that
Shout
was
out to
dope.
Treach,
I actually I was at a party, Super Bowl party at Ice-T house. And he introduced.
Wait, you see how this calm me say that? The only iced tea I know is from the Chinese restaurant, bro.
That's crazy. Partying, with him and Coco and them, and Treach walked in, and Ice-T like, yo, this my man Jermel, man. He and everything, man. You gonna like him, man. And then he introduced me to him, and me and him got cool, man. He was so dope, like like connected to him, down to earth, real dude. He is no fake bone in his body for sure. So it's a good dude, man. It was fun playing him. That ain't his story though.
Okay.
He's like, you playing me, but that ain't my side.
He's part of the Salt and Pepper story,
right?
But it wasn't his.
That's not his perspective of it.
It wasn't his perspective.
Yeah, he has his own, and it was a lot different. No doubt. I ain't gonna lie. When he told me that, I was like, that should have been in there, But this is coming from their perspective, so.
Right.
Yeah.
If you ever had to, that's a good like playing a role of somebody. Is it good to like sit with that person? Like if you had to play a biopic for Denzel, would you you and Denzel get together and he'll like express himself and tell you, this was my childhood.
Yeah.
This was me being a young teenager to young
That's the
adult.
proper way to do it. Sometimes you don't get I didn't sit with Treach like that. But what I did do was every time I was around him, I'm recording. You know what I'm saying? Like in my brain, I'm recording. He has a lot of interviews and being that you playing somebody from a time period, you don't want to go, take everything now because he's not the same person he was. I need that other person from back then.
Right.
And so I watch a lot of his older interviews.
Right.
Like when I played Mo Cream, Shakur, and the Tupac thing, I watched a lot of their old show. Yeah. Man, that was so dope, man. To play somebody that and mind you, these are icons, man. Right. Like Tupac, running around with him and getting the full stories of what happened and these things that happened that I didn't know. Right. It was amazing, man. It's a powerful thing, especially as an actor. Coming up, I'm like. Playing in one of my favorite actors is Chadwick Boseman, and he mastered playing a part like he did James Brown.
Absolutely. I see you did Al Green, right?
Yeah,
James Brown.
Yeah. That's what made me want to.
I was doing Al Green, and that's dope because that's music. That's
absolutely
you touching into your original roots,
Indeed.
And also doing film.
Indeed, it was fun. It was an experience that I created the base for. I didn't wait. In 50. Working with 50 it has gave me a lot. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the why you waiting? What you waiting on? Like, he'd be like,
do it today.
Do your thing. What you waiting on? Don't sit around and wait for these. So I'm not basically he's like, don't wait on me because he's like, I got like 30 things going on and I'm showing him ideas and stuff. Right. So I start shooting stuff and that's what got me into shooting the Al Green. I'm like, listen, I want to do that and I'm not waiting for people to pick me to do that. Right. And I start taking my money and I start shooting things, man. That's one of the things I shot. So I produced and wrote that. And I also produced and wrote this other sci-fi vampire. It's like a vampire alien type of thing to get out the box of the normal stories of our stories. I'm going to try to change it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because that's definitely a thing that, right, we always get typecasted into these same type roles and same type movies. Yeah. So the fact that you're saying that of like going into a different spectrum.
Yeah.
I mean, is it besides the sci-fi, and is there any other type movies you want to write or any other projects you're looking to do?
Yeah, well, sci-fi is my biggest thing because I came up watching Marvel and these things. So I'm in my head, I've always wanted to do something like that. Or like werewolf. I don't know if y'all know, ever seen Underworld?
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing, man. Like with the werewolves, the Lycans and stuff. So I've always wanted to do like a werewolf vampire type of thing.
Right.
And I think that we don't really get the opportunity to step into those, into those roles. And the producers we have today, a lot of the producers we have today, they just don't step in there and take the chance of doing something sci-fi. Maybe it's just not everybody's cup of tea, but when you look at the things that have made the most money in film, $1 billion, it's all sci-fi.
Let me tell you, one year I got sick and I had to stay home for a little while, and I watched Harry Potter. And Harry Potter, look at me watching Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Don't disrespect Harry Potter.
Tell you, man. And Harry Potter is one of the illest series. Right?
No, for sure.
Watching them grow up and how they got older.
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Oh,
Lord of the Rings. That's my show. That's my franchise right there.
Disrespect.
That's crazy. Smeagol and stuff.
Just because they ain't got no
Yeah.
bang bang shoot 'em up that slow in it.
Nah, it's
wrong with you?
Right.
How was it working on Power? With it.
Yeah. Power was a dream come true, man. Because at the time when it came out, I was a fan of it, and I was like, yo, this show is crazy, And I kind of like, studied the way Ghost moved and Amari Hardwick moved in with that role, and I'm you take notes of things and like, all right, when I'm in this type of role or this type of energy, I need to have these little nuggets or whatever. But once I start doing that, then I get a call like, yo, we want you to read for a role. And I'm like, because before that, I wrote on my wall that on my board that 50 Cent is going to buy one of my movies that I'm gonna pitch him, and it manifested as I'm in. That was fire.
Is very important.
And they also put you in BMF too.
Yes. So after, long story short, when they called me and I did the audition, and when I came in to do the table read, it was huge. Like everybody started coming in. I'm like, oh no, this is the real deal. Like 50 came in and Omari came in, and everybody just fell into place. So I'm like, okay, this is the real deal. And when they said, we're gonna keep the character around for the whole season, I said, that's dope. Good. That's dope. Right. Yeah. So then after that, it's relationships, man. 50 gave the okay for the BMF, and they pulled me right in. Nice. And that's the thing in the industry. You want to try to keep these, keep good relationships. There's nobody that can say, I can't work with him, or I can't work, I made sure, even when I did Marvel Luke Cage, that when I left, I gave everybody a thank you card, and bought everybody a thank you card, because it was like, I said, thank you, y'all made a dream come true for me.
Appreciation, man.
Right.
Yeah, and they was like, Cheo Coca, the writer, he's like, it's a classy thing you did, man. But that was just from the heart, because it's like, you really made a dream come true. I love Marvel like that. I'm watching the same movies a bunch of times, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope. It was dope to do that. But yeah, Power was one of my favorite things, because 50 has been like an icon to me. Like I watched the movement, I watched the strategy. Everybody knows his antics, but we know behind the scenes what that is. That's just marketing and how he do things, and then how intelligent he is. And then sitting with him for all those hours, you get to actually pick his brain. And I'm like, this is the guy. Like he knows what he's always knew what he was doing, And so it was amazing, man. It was amazing.
Let me ask you a question. The skill set, I always wanted to ask a professional actor. Mm-hmm. What skill set it takes to memorize these lines? Because as a consumer, we watching it and it's like, you flawless, you on time.
Right.
But behind the scenes, like, how long would it take for you to prepare for a role? Like, do you have to memorize these lines, or is it like, all right, action, you say your lines and cut, and then you go read, and then you come back? Like,
that's a good question. And there's a couple ways to do it. And actually, some people that let's say the kid that plays Tariq
Okay.
in Power, he does not really look at memorize the script before.
Okay.
His technique, he likes to get it fresh, and then so. But you have to have a good memory for that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But once you know actually the dynamic of the story and what the character's job is, like my job is to get you to the door. So I'm like, yo, you need to get to this door. The script might not say you need to get to this door.
Right.
It might say, I'm trying to get you to the door. So
That's like improv.
it's kind of like an improv, but
Okay.
you know the dynamic of what the job is.
What it is.
I initially have to get you to the door.
To the door.
So it'll trigger things to trigger memory.
Right.
But I don't do it that way. Because I like to be on top of being prepared. I don't like people to wait on me. Like, get your stuff together, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
So what I do is I read with myself and I record my voices as I teach this in the class too. I record my voices as everybody else. Like I go through and mute myself. Like I don't say my lines. So I'm saying your line. You might say, yo, you want to go to the store? And you might say, yeah, let's go to the store. And I'm supposed to say, all right, let's go. And I say, you want to go to the store? Yeah, let's go to the store. And then I play it back. And then now I got y'all saying, you want to go to the store? Yeah, you want? And I can talk, I can read with myself and say, yeah, all right, let's go to the store.
Wow.
And that helps memory so much, man. I learn scripts very fast. Like it doesn't take me that long. I'm talking days. I can learn,
Wow.
thick scripts.
Wow. That's dedication. That's a gem.
Absolutely. That's why I teach it. They say the game is to be sold, not told. You know what
so
I'm saying?
where do you teach it at? Where?
Yeah, people hit me up for private lessons. Like I teach.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, private lessons.
That's what's up.
Right now, actually, there's a school in the Bronx that we're trying to get a curriculum in, an acting class in the school as well.
That's dope, man. That's super dope.
Yep.
Is there anybody that you haven't worked with that like you like, yo, if I get a chance to work with this person?
Yes. It's a couple, man, but Matt, I would say Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Always been a big fan of Forrest Whitaker and Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, Matt is, yeah, those two people, and of course it would have been Chadwick Boseman, of course, I've already did something with Denzel, and picked his brain.
How was that? Come on, now.
Denzel? You talking about
the GOAT. Yeah, he's the GOAT.
He has a phrase I've seen online where he talks about the dreams and the consistency. That whole, when I tell you, if you live by that, it's so many aspects of life, man.
Yes,
it's he's on point with that. How was that?
Denzel, man, is amazing. When I worked with him, I remember one distinct moment. I was looking at him, and he was looking at me, and I'm like, is Denzel staring at me? Like, I'm trying to slide out of his vision, but he was staring in the same spot, and it's like I wasn't there. He was looking through me.
Wow.
And the laser focus, and he is the character, and that's what makes him Denzel. And what I learned was that you're able to take people and use them as tools. I have an uncle that was a drug dealer till he died. And he had a way he used to act. Now that is one of my tools. I use that. So when that type of role I'm being called for, I can pull that out. Yeah, I got all that you need, bro. What you need? I can use that. And he's a master at tools, man, with just cadences and the way he moves, and he might have a little twitch, and everybody know him for the pointing, and this might be something he got from his father. It's like, yo, I run this, you just live here, huh? All of that. That could come from his father. He's a master at just collecting data and tools from people, and that's what I learned from him, man. It was amazing to work with him. You get a shot to work with the GOAT, and that was my second thing I ever did. With him. Yeah, that was the second thing. It was like, all right, that's the GOAT. Like, I'm just, I'm here.
Shoot, your story is similar to Terry Crew, because like Terry Crew, like he was just on the set chilling, and the director was like, "You want to be in this?" So that training day.
That was training day.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
He said like
he played an extra. He was
he was. I seen him back there. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. We.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't been in the gym like 3 weeks. I'm alrighter than this though. This is just the shirt. It's just the shirt.
But that's important though, seriously though,
Right.
because as an actor, you have to maintain a certain look.
Indeed.
Like, would you ever? Have you ever been casted for a role like you had to gain weight,
Yes.
and lose the weight, gain it, and like how? Was
Yes,
that?
yes. The role for Treach, I gained weight. I was slim, and he back then he was just cut up. He was like,
he was
you know what I'm
lean,
saying?
yeah.
He had the dog chain
Right,
on.
right,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So that's how I actually got the role. Like it was in LA, and I went to audition, and it was a bunch of people from LA there, and I'm like, they're not about to get this over me. Like
Yeah,
I
no
went and
doubt.
got me a wife beater. I had the dog chain from Home Depot type.
Right.
Yeah.
Came right back in. I was like, yeah.
So let me ask you. So okay.
And I gained, not to cut you off, but I gained a lot of weight doing that role. I was slim when I went in the audition, but by the time it was time to shoot, I already bulked up, and so that's why in the movie you see I'm kind of solid.
Stocky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to. All right. So say if your natural body weight is like you carry like 180, so you have to go like 30, 40 pounds over that or something like.
Yeah, I would say 25.
25?
I went
Okay.
like 20 to 25 pounds more, gain more lean.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that was me, bro.
It's
25 pounds right
But
now.
this is the thing. So that's something you just said was key to me, because you said you went and put a costume on, basically.
for sure.
So is that something that helps, like when you go into an audition, depending on what you're auditioning for, if you look the role?
Indeed. Like I always tell people that ask me for advice, dress the part, and especially when you're doing a read or doing an audition or self-tape, you want to dress the part like that. So if they looking for a doctor and they don't say, come in looking like a doctor, but I'll come in, I'll find a white sheet or find something to, come in.
That makes sense.
And I'm going to
That makes
come dress the part.
That's what separates you though from
Indeed.
the other 50 people standing in the hallway.
Yep.
That's what separates you.
Indeed.
You know?
You got to step out a little bit more so that you stand out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You don't want to do the same thing everybody doing.
But now with all this technology and stuff, so more auditions are you filming it yourself
Self-tape.
now?
Yes. You're doing a lot of self. Well, it's more comfortable
Right.
because you don't got to do it in front of 5-6 people or whatever. But there's a downfall to it because you're not connecting with human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
want to connect with a human being.
Absolutely.
You absolutely look different on camera. When
Right.
somebody have never seen you
Absolutely.
and they seen you on camera first, that's not going to be how you look in person.
Right,
So
right.
you want to show and connect and show them what you look like in person. Because some people, they be like, the camera angle that make your head look like it's project. You be like,
Same
they
like women do it. Women got that one angle. They be.
right, that one hand.
Oh, come on. We know that trick, man. Yeah. We know that,
That angle,
trick.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you don't
yeah.
know your angles because it's a regular camera.
Right.
And you might look different to them. And somebody, one of the casting directors might be like, oh, that's not the look. And meanwhile, you might be the perfect person or the perfect look.
If it was in person.
Yeah. I do like self-taping because it gives you enough time to get comfortable with the role. And that's been one lesson that I've learned in film and acting from shooting things that I've created is you more comfortable versus this is Universal Studios and you got to be on point. How you perform, you perform better when you're comfortable, clearly,
Right.
No, and I agree to that. And this is I literally had that happen to me where I was scheduled to audition for something. And I had, at the time I was delivering cakes, right? And I delivered this cake, but I was rushing to get back to the audition. And it was summer. And I had to find parking. And now I'm running and I get to the audition. I'm totally off.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
Yeah,
Right? So it's like you
don't carry
got the
cake.
mindset.
Yeah,
Right.
your mind was not even.
Yeah.
You can't do it like that. You
Not-
can't
not
come
at
in
all.
from.
Yeah,
You got
not-
100% because you literally becoming somebody else.
Right.
And that's gonna take more than just 5% of your brain power. You got to
Right.
put your whole thing on that thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get you. It's hard to book something
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
Right.
coming
That
in
didn't
like
even make
that.
sense for me to do that.
So let me ask you, what you got planned for, the rest of 2024 and
what's coming
2025?
up?
So
what you got
yeah, it's a
coming up?
lot coming, man. So I got right now. We just finished For What It's Worth. Just came out. And not just that it just came out. It came out. It did well. And it's on BET Plus right now. It's going from BET Plus to BET Her, I believe, in May. Okay. So that's a huge accomplishment. Shout out to all my cast for What It's Worth. Then I got Bid for Love that I am actually a producer on. Okay. That's on BET. Part 2 is coming. Right now I just got picked up for the Family Business show that's getting popular, real popular. A lot of people are on that show. They got a great cast. So for the next season, I'm on that right now. I actually fly out in April, start filming that. And then I have 3 projects of my own that I'm working on right now.
That's what's up, man.
But
Congratulations.
just let me know if you need an actor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you need a DJ, like
I definitely. You know what we could talk about? I just was gonna I like putting together a meeting with Flex about doing this DJ movie.
I'll carry crates, like whatever you need. I'll carry laptops.
Yeah, we're gonna put that together.
I could do an opening set for Flex.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
For sure.
But listen, tell everybody where to find you, where to look you up.
Yes. You can find me IG or any of those social medias at Jermel Howard. The real Jermel Howard is JERMEL Howard, and that's on everything. Also, just make sure y'all checking For What It's Worth on BET right now, because it's real important. It's definitely a project. It's about it centers around mental health as well, and a lot of layers of it. All facets of it. And it's a very important for the culture. So make sure everybody check that out For What It's Worth on BET Plus. And you can find me on IG, Snapchat, all that good stuff. I barely be on Snapchat anymore though.
I don't know Snapchat.
Yeah,
I think women do it for the filters.
That's
but as guys, I think it's probably just more Instagram.
For
it's just Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, it's the Uranus. Make sure y'all catch my guy.
Yes.
BMF, Power,
Yes.
Luke Cage. Go listen. He's out here. He's working.
Green,
he's doing this thing.
Absolutely.
It's the Urian Experience. Taste Lit Live. Rel Holla DJ Damage.
DJ
You
Damage.
already know what it is. Jermel.
Jermel.
You know why I was going to say Jermel? Because we kind of got the same name.
Oh yeah.
You just got the M.
Got the M. That's right. That's right.
That's a fact.
Taste on Lit Live.